Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the best salary cap lineup here for round 2 of season 5 here at NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. So I've changed up my salary cap lineup just a little bit again for this round. Pretty similar, I will say, to the last team, but just like doing these updated videos every couple weeks just to showcase what I think a good-looking salary cap lineup currently is and explain my thought process behind how I build it and what it looks like. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 25,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Trying to hit 25K by the end of maybe April. I mean, that's it's a big grind, and that's a lot of subs. It's still a ways down the road, but would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Yeah, without further ado, let's hop right into it. Let's start off. Well, salary cap. This round is for Pink Diamond John Havlicek. The first round was for Pink Diamond Lou Hudson. If you want, this one's Pink Diamond Sean Elliott. If you want Galaxy Opal John Havlicek, you have to have gotten all 3 of them. So if you didn't already get Lou Hudson in round 1, you unfortunately cannot get Galaxy Opal John Havlicek anymore. But the overall rewards, you got Electric Deluxe Pack, 15,000 MT, another 20,000 MT at 5,000 points, and an Ascension at 2,500 as well. Salary cap, I think, is one of the more fun online game modes that people play. I think that's something that people enjoy about salary cap for sure. And I think the flexibility of the lineup is something that's really nice. So this is the lineup we have built right now for 15,300. The cap is currently at 15,500. I really like this team. My most expensive player is KP for 4,000 salary. KP is one of the best bigs in the game, period, right now. The fact that he's only 4,000 salary still, I actually believe is a very, very good, pretty fair price. And I think he's a really, really good center option. There are some other good center options, but like a guy like Tyson's 8,000. Obviously, D-Rob's way too expensive. Embiid for 4,000 as well. If you don't have KP, Embiid is a very good alternative for the same price. I think considering he's a free card that a lot of people already have, he's a good KP alternative if you don't have KP. I think while he's not as good as KP, he will still get the job done and give you a very, very viable, very good center option for salary cap if you need one and if you don't have that KP. There's a bunch of cheaper ones, guys like Greg Oden for 1,800. I think D-Rob for 3,600. I'd rather have KP again, but 3,600 for D-Rob isn't terrible. Like there's some decent value here for sure. Budget centers as well you could use, but I think having a really good big like KP is kind of a crucial thing to start off with. So having that is really nice. I want primary ball handlers, but I have multiple of them. Like I have SGA for 1,800. I've always been a huge SGA fan. I've used this card more than almost any this year, and I also have a ton of extra Hall of Fame badges on my Diamond SGA. It's got 36 Hoffs. So me personally having a ton of extra badges on my SGA, having him really souped up and haven't used him as much as I have, he's a lot better than an average Shea card, especially an average Diamond Shea card, and I think because of that, it gives me a lot more versatility as an overall card and really could compete on both ends of the court at a very high level still to this day. So for me personally, at least, I actually think this is a pretty fair a really good starting point guard. And then also Adam, obviously, I have a bunch of extra badges on him as well, and his primary scoring ability is also elite. I had Michael Beasley in here before, also 3,000 salary. I'm not going to lie, I sold that Beasley card because I wanted the MT, and because he wasn't in my lineup anymore. So I'm using Morrison instead. I actually think Beasley's a little better, but I don't have him anymore, so Morrison's going to be the option instead. Herb Jones is a must-use, I think, for 500. He's got good shooting badges when he's evoed, and he's a great defender. He's just a 3-and-D beast, really cheap. I think he's a good option. And Willis Reed for 1,800. This card is so good. I was so high on him, and then he came out the day before all the gambling-only stuff started, and I was so high on this card and thought he was such a good card, and then they dropped all the gambling-only cards and kind of did away with all the good that they had been doing. But this Herb Jones, or not Herb Jones, this Willis Reed is still really good. 1,800 for a really good, versatile defensive big who has a super nice release, super athletic, great interior defender, great release at the 4. This starting lineup is absolutely money. I think they get the job done at elite level and then off the bench. This duo, again, it's a must-have duo. Diamond Suggs, Diamond Wagner. I haven't talked about this duo in a while because obviously this dynamic duo is something that's been out for a while, and it was incredible for budget players back in like December, sometime around Christmas time. But at this point, we're not quite at that point anymore. At the same time, I still don't think the cards are outdated at all. I still think Suggs and Wagner are very, very good options, and their duo together makes them both really good. Wagner's a 6'10 shooting guard with D-book dribble style and a nice release, versatile defender, can do a lot of things really well, gets a bunch of extra Hoff badges, and honestly, so does Jalen Suggs, gets a bunch of extra Hall of Fame badges, Hoff handles for days, blow by catch and shoot, Agent 3, slithery, fast switch, bunch of stuff like that. Decent defender, he's got Kyrie dribble style, a solid release, capably athletic, like a really nice duo. Only 1,200 total salary for 2 diamonds with this dynamic duo. Definitely really, really nice there. I will say another dynamic duo that I have seen people using is the Asar and Amin Thompson duo. That one is one you can definitely use. It's a little bit more expensive, but it definitely gets you a good duo there as well. I think those are some good point guard, shooting guard options if you need them. They're just a more expensive duo. So at least to me personally, it's not quite as simple at least. But Gerald Wallace again for 600, super cheap. That's an obvious, like a no-brainer option. Again, a 3-and-D shooting guard with a great release who does a lot of things really well, defends very well, and is a big, versatile guy with a nice release, athletic. Like, he just does what I need in terms of being able to be a capable role player. He's not going to be a liability whatsoever defensively. He'll green his open shots. He's athletic, and that's kind of what I'm asking for there out of that card. Kenyon Martin is, I would say, like probably my least favorite overall card on the team. Maybe I don't love this card as a whole. I think his release is a little meh, but at the same time he does have anchor. He's very athletic. He can burst at the 4. He does a lot of things well still, and so even though I don't like love his animations, I think as an overall card he's very usable and very solid. So that's definitely something else about him. Now, DeAndre Ayton, final card on the team, 1,400 salary. He was the best card that I could get for under 1,600 salary at the center position right now. I was previously using Amethyst Miles Turner, but Amethyst Miles Turner's salary went up a little bit. I don't have the space for him anymore. DeAndre Ayton is a big, half-anchor defensive center who's going to rebound the ball well and has a high enough 3-ball to make a wide-open 3. That's basically all I need. He's going to dunk the ball, defend on the interior, rebound, and he'll make his wide-open 3-pointers. It's about all I need at the center position off the bench. To be fair, Ayton pretty much plays basically no minutes. KP will play, if not the whole game, very close to it, but it is really nice to have a 10-man lineup like the lineup that I have right here and have that ability for depth in case somebody gets hurt or in case a card's not playing well or is super duper tired. So to me, at least, I still really like it. Honestly, I really like this salary cap team. I think it's a very well-rounded team right now. Really good team with some top tier options for sure. And so to me personally, I mean, this is a really good salary cap team, a deep 10-man lineup. And obviously the salaries on certain cards have been changing close to daily. So salary cap does tend to change a lot. The team very well may look a lot different in a week than this, but some of these cards are staples. Like this SGA, this Herb Jones, these guys are just staples for my lineup and have been for a long time and likely will continue to be. Just some of these guys can be really, really good salary cap rewards. There's also a bunch of other good salary cap cards that I haven't even talked about, not including cards that I don't even have in my collection. Like Oscar Robertson, for example, is a really good salary cap point guard. I don't have him in my collection anymore. I sold him. But like there's a bunch of good options under 3K. A bunch of the All-Star Pink Diamonds I've noticed are under 3K now. Like for example, this Donovan Mitchell, if I had 3K, I would use him. He's a really good point guard option if you need somebody. Jay Rich isn't bad, but I do expect we're going to continue to see salaries change and more lower tier cards become usable in salary cap, which is going to give you more and more flexibility and different options for cards you can use. Like Marcus Smart, 3K. He might be worth using if you have 3K space instead. A lot of good options. This Jeremy Lin, if I had him evoed, you could certainly make the argument he's better than SGA. There's lots of different options, but this is the lineup that I am running with for this round. So that is going to do it for this video. Hope it did help y'all out. Hope y'all found it interesting. If so, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.